Okay.
Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma. They were standing here for 2 hours while I walked my pet. I have a feeling that my classmates no longer like me.
It wasn't just me, or did Hajime sound like Han for a bit?
It's just your imagination, Niwo.
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
No.
No,
Not particularly.
Yeah, I want to go.
Oh. Hey, jerk, hold it right there! I forget how he did her voice.
Just a higher Monokuma.
Yeah. What's it? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Damn.
Aki feels called out.
My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I see. So you've come to avenge him.
Dead confirmed. Goodbye, Nekomaru.
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Yeah, he got an off-screen death.
Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like, you say? Oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Wait, we can just call in sick to the class trial?
Apparently.
I mean, he's about as sick as it gets.
I think it's also when the sick is the fault of the headmaster.
Yeah.
Oh. Again, assuming this is still a television show in this version of the universe, the fact that Monokuma was like, I fucked up live.
Caught in 4K.
Fuck.
Now then, I gotta go first.
Go where?
Hold on, I won't let you escape.
No, Monami, you don't want to follow him.
Hey, did you hear what he said?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die.
Oh man, imagine being that kid. You're absent the day everyone dies. You come back to class and it's just like, oh.
If they get it wrong, does Nekomaru die too?
Nah, because he's absent.
But, like...
I think he just wins by default.
Yeah, but if we get it wrong, the Blackened is the one that lives. And that means the Blackened and Nekomaru would still be alive. So either that or he'll just go drag Nekomaru in from wherever it is to be part of the ultimate group punishment.
That's true.
Pull him off life support.
I would not want to be the Blackened and have to
faces off Nekomaru.
And then have Nekomaru feel like
1v1.
So you're the one who killed someone and got away with it.
1v1 me.
Cue electricity.
1v1 me.
I feel like Nekomaru would just punch the person's head off.
I think
KO.
I think Mikon could take him.
No!
Chiaki, one-on-one with him.
I don't really want to take him anywhere.
Nekomaru's afraid of needles.
Why are you so excited about that?
Because I'm Nagito. Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing the poetic justice prevail.
What are you saying, Fiend?
You'll find out soon enough.
Then let's go.
I love when she starts with thoughts. It's just like, so anyway.
Okay, yeah, all that aside.
All right, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. Escalator. Wah. Hell yeah. Peak graphics. That's when I suddenly noticed it. What? Notice what? I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. Oh, well that's... Yeah. That's what you get for getting on the escalator last, I guess.
It's called perspective, motherfucker.
If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. I'm Captain Obvious.
Well, yes, because it's an up escalator. If you step on that, you won't be able to turn around.
Does it
You won't get
spit
anywhere
out?
fast.
Does it spit out a down escalator when we leave?
Maybe it just spits us out.
It's just jump,
Maybe
you'll be
you
fine.
leave out the boot.
Knowing
BRB.
Monokuma and this whole despair aspect, he probably makes you go down the up escalator.
It's good for your steppies.
Oh, I thought he'd just make you leave out the butt.
Or maybe that.
Gavin no BRB.
Why?
Because we descend, and he have only one voice. The elevator began its deep descent. It's so roomy in here now.
We have so much more room for activities.
I can finally stretch my legs.
I'm gonna break your legs. We stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, knowing that there was a murderer in the elevator. I've never thought about how awkward this has to be when it gets to fewer and fewer people, because the people who know they didn't do it for sure are like,
You're just going down with everybody like, so,
did you do the
did
murder?
any kill them?
yeah.
Wanna just fess up now?
We just, like, right? Since it's awkward, right? We
Yeah,
can
we
just
got another hour, so
yeah,
we'll reach
do
the
you
bottom.
just want to fess up now because us four were together the whole time,
all right.
and you weren't, and now there's a dead
yeah.
body.
I was watching Sensors, and it was definitely you.
It was definitely Gundham.
What? No.
He says it's laughing. What do you mean tantalizing, Hajime? The fuck? That is not the word to use here.
Now he's so excited.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, maybe it was Hajime. He's the one's getting excited about this.
It's Teru's ghost.
Oh god, I forgot about him.
I had him repressed.
Ooh, it looks really grim this time. Gavino, come back.
Gavin, come back.
I'm gonna eat my sandwich while I wait
You
for
can
Gavin.
blame it all on me.
So, how's everyone enjoying the killing game? Oh,
I'm back! Try again!
I
you
heard
cut out
my-
so hard.
What happened?
You came.
My! It feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
That was so funny.
Better.
Gav, did you have your headphones on before you came back?
I just slipped my headphones on, and then
Kris had literally just... I was like, Gavin, come back. And then Kris said, so how's everyone enjoying the killing game? My! That was
Perfect.
great.
well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
The problem is that he wouldn't have any info pertinent to the investigation, right? He's just been MIA the whole time. Unless he
Shows up in the hospital bed. I'm Nekomaru.
Why bother? What? Now then, let's begin.
There was no elaboration.
It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. No kidding.
Really long awaited.
Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
Hey YouTube, how
Anyone
you
remember
doing?
what happens?
Someone got stabbed.
Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze.
Because
What?
bless
Bless
you.
you.
Bless you
Bless
again.
Thank you.
She did not get stabbed.
We tried to communicate one morning, and instead of getting Kazuichi's face, we got footage of Ibuki going up a stepladder and unaliving via rope around the neck. Ran there to try and save, but did not make it in time. Ran out to try and find people to be like, oh my god, look, a body. When we came back, the place was locked. Somehow. Broke down the door, quote unquote, broke down the door, to find not only Ibuki's body, but also Hiyoko's body. sliced at the neck and suspended against one of the pillars. Yeah.
And then we watched a terrible movie that we still owe the 1.5 million debt
Oh
for.
yeah, we did.
Hey, it was a great movie, right? It was simple, easy to follow.
It really was a simple movie. I think, if I recall, basically the hospital crew all had alibis. Mikan was in the hospital with us. We were...
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then she was in our cabin with us.
Hell yeah.
Fuyuhiko was with Mikan a lot as well.
And then we were with Fuyuhiko.
Yeah.
Like, we all covered each other at some point. There's a very small window that Mikan could have done it, but Fuyuhiko should have been in the hospital when we weren't with Mikan. And I guess in theory she could have given Ibuki like precise directions to go to do the thing at specific time, but I feel like that's unlikely.
Yeah. And then there's also the entirety of the
outside crew.
The outside crew.
We found out that Sonia may have been inadvertently the reason Hiyoko got killed, specifically because Hiyoko was trying to tie her kimono and she went to go use the mirror that was in the storage room. Otherwise, I don't think Sonia, Gundham, or Kazuichi actually have any alibi.
Nope.
They sure were over there.
But we sure exist.
We have not really asked them, I don't think, what they were doing at the time.
Well, Gundham was busy murdering Hyo.
I'm
pretty sure it was Yakia that did it.
Why can't I think of her name?
You sound nervous, Carl. Every time you say
Kazuichi might have done it.
Kazuichi might have done it.
He's my last voice.
I know. Would that be so mean?
Chiaki could also have done it.
It's like, I haven't been that mean in D&D.
Look, I think just the ham hands comment got to Byakuya a little too much.
The curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Yep, thank you. Yep.
Hi, Ibuki.
She was the mood
That's
maker.
not how you do that stretch.
Oh.
I mean, it's good for the back.
When I was with her, all my pain and suffering seemed to melt away. And Hiyoko. From looking at her adorable face, you never know she was selfish and foul-mouthed. Thanks, Hajime. But she was trying...
When I was with her, all my pain and suffering got worse.
I'm so sorry, but yeah. She was trying to change herself, and she was trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. And now she did. The person who killed those two is... among us.
Yeah.
No, it's not that guy. I love that he always shows up first, because these scenes are in the same order. And it's just Teru in the top. Man. I miss Peko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out that somehow Akane did it. Like, even though she was cowardly and ill.
She's so scared that she
was like, go away! And I'm just like, okay, I will go away.
It's the only way I'll be safe.
Forever.
For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. For some reason, they're excluded from the our friends statement. Curtain to the... You just said this.
That guy.
You don't? Oh.
I don't.
What am I going to tell Withers?
Yeah.
This life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Yes.
God, I haven't played B3 in a while.
B3?
Same.
BG3, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't think I got anything... Oh, no.
Wait, unrelated. Misaki, did you get BG3?
No.
Oh.
I'm just very aware of the characters.
Oh, okay, because I was like...
Not in a spoiler sense, I just know who they are. No,
Yeah,
I would
fair
not
enough.
at all obtain or start playing Baldur's Gate without alerting at least some of you.
Yeah, okay. It's like
What have you been doing?
our two friends being murdered aside. Are you telling me you got BG3 and you didn't tell us?
Priorities. Look at this owl.
Yeah, so much for plot armor there.
Menacing focus increases focus gauge. God, it's been too long since I've done a trial. The focus gauge is like how when I slow things down, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Tranquility. Completely steadies your aim. Effective. Oh. I love that it's parentheses improved Hangman's Gambit. It's not. It was fine the way it was before.
It was.
That's what the parentheses like improve.
No.
Like,
It should be quotation marks. Not-
True.
Which one? The non-stop debate is the back and forth slashies?
No, that's
What is non-stop debate?
non-stop debate is just when everybody's talking and you're trying to figure out what bullet to fire at what statement.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I like a steady reticle. That's all I did.
Aesthetical.
Quiet, you. You right, but
Those are
quiet.
just, I think those are just the ones that you got from the pets.
You're right.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, it's more than you had before.
you right.
Truth.
Alrighty. Oh, I have not been reading the bottom. Hang on. Wait for it to reset.
I think
Waiting.
that-
Waiting.
Oh, thank goodness it was basically over.
Yeah. Come
Watch
on.
it just not start again.
Gavin.
Well,
I was about to do David
There
Attenborough.
you
The
go.
despair disease and 2 consecutive murders. The thought of a third-class trial fills the remaining survivors with despair. Why would the disease be a motive? That's my question. Why did Ibuki unalive herself? Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Survive the class trial, where mystery begets more mystery. Hey. That's not the button.
that's like me reading text in Banjo-Kazooie.
It's so slow. I'm like,
Yeah.
alright, we are talking. It's happening, I swear. Bear.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh, there. Oh. She always gonna be up there.
100%.
I think so.
Oh.
That's her chair. During the
Oh.
class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Hang on, have the portraits always been accurate height?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh. I never noticed before.
finally, somebody who is shorter than Hajime.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Oh yeah, you also have an alibi. Yeah.
Dang.
Setting out his alibi from the get-go.
Yeah. Even if you do grasp it, you're not gonna just confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
Firmly grasp it! But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Nah, you're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? What's wrong with that? Kick you.
I mean,
Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know? Aw.
Not
Optimism.
contesting that he's calling her dumb.
Hmm.
you know, I was gonna say, well, at least her bra's not empty, but
You need to
She
have a
doesn't
bra for
have
that
one.
statement.
That button is doing so much work.
Mm-hmm.
You know that meme of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man on the train, with webs trying to stop it and all that. that Spider-Man is there holding that top on.
Mm-hmm. That face that you made.
We're off to a great start.
Anyway.
Anyways, back to the two dead people. We shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Man, I just did that. to chat. Let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me. The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundham, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hiyoko.
Spending the night in the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Oh, that's why Mikan never slept. Also, because it would mean she'd have to leave. I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. With Mikan. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. Oh, so we changed the rules from the first game. It's not that you... In the first game, it was specifically that you could only sleep in your room. For this one, it's that you can't spend a night anywhere besides, like...
Well, no, you can't spend the night at the hospital.
At the hospital specifically?
Spend the night anywhere, really.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can nap during the day anywhere.
Okay. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was... a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
But not the real ladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I imagine Nagito's just like resting. He's got his elbows on the podium. He's like got his head, chin in his palms, just like, and then what happened? Oh. I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least that's what I thought, but the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Various ways?
No. Are y'all sure you typecast this? No, no.
You just beat me to it because I was banning someone from my chat.
Oh, no.
Let's be honest. They didn't spoil, did they?
No, it was a bot.
Okay.
Not a real person? Oh, sorry.
We gotta get you set up with Seribot, Carl.
I thought I had Seribot on.
You gotta re-authenticate every like 90 days or some shit.
Yeah, they have to constantly.
That's what happened to me.
I'll do that at another time.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
We've never seen this face on him before. Aw. After I heard from those two Ibuki had disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body, we also found Hiyoko's. And not just that, her body was taped to a pillar. She was finally taller than me.
Just flipping you off as a ghost. But that's when we heard the body discovery announcement, not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
Monokuma in the background, just like, yeah.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily. Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who... Wait. How do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Because I just correlated it with the other three people that were involved in the story. We finished each other's sentences, in fact.
Sorry, Kazuichi. I'm gonna start confusing you.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm only being impartial right now, and the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously, so you can make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me? Is that a tear? Hajime, are you crying?
No,
I mean,
oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, like Nagito does have a little bit of a point, though.
I know. I've been thinking that this whole time. I was like, it really does feel like I could have done it too.
Well, I mean, Hajime did kind of lie, because he said as soon as he saw the video, he rushed over to the music venue, but what he actually did was watch the video to completion, and then went to the music venue.
You're right.
Yeah, if he was truly wanting to save the person, the moment he's seen that and recognized where it was, he would have ran off.
Yeah.
If you're not lying, I'd like you to prove it. Show me your hope.
No.
Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who would just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Oh, really?
Non-stop debate.
Paper, Cameron surveillance unit. I'm assuming it's going to be the... Hello? Why can't I... Hello? Huh? That was weird.
That was weird.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If his testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
It's the fact that I hadn't seen the movie. Okay. Neat. Thanks, Nagito.
You said the thing that helps us.
See, he's legitimately
helping us clear everybody's suspicion.
Yeah, he's legitimately like an evil Kyoko, the role that he plays. Because it's like, I know that you didn't do it, Hajime, but you missed something that would absolutely clear you of having done this. The movie is one of these, right? The movie
Ticket.
Let me... I don't remember what the buttons do. Does shift make it go faster?
Might.
Nope.
I'm gonna assume it doesn't.
Control makes it go faster.
Classic Japanese RPG.
Yeah. Nah. It doesn't work if I don't shout at it when I shoot it. I am not the killer.
Everything's better with sound effects.
Right? There's no way I'd be able to imitate the movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Y'all.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistake there.
He's so cute. I hate him.
Hi, Nagimone.
I hate you.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course, no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
He's verifying your alibi.
Yeah.
In the most unnecessary way.
Since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
Don't you meta game fourth wall break look at me right now. Like I needed.
Look into my eyes.
No. Stinky. What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know. Yeah, Hajime about that. Who's gonna tell him?
Nah.
No one's gonna know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important, especially since this isn't a game.
That we all just lost.
Oh my god, what a waste of time. Okay, well, I knew it would turn out like this anyways.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Damn it. I just want to eat my sandwich. Which is a very Akane thing of me to say.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Well, then that seals it. Ibuki committed unaliving.
Ibuki committed. I guess we're not allowed to say that word.
I'm just being safe.
Okay.
Yeah. Twitch is kind of a little
And YouTube.
iffy about it, and YouTube.
All right.
Like, if you
trigger
mention
warning.
the game Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that's one thing. But then if you talk about it in this context, it's
Okay. I think that's kind of dumb, but I'm not gonna screw you guys over. If Ibuki committed unaliving, then who killed Hiyoko?
Oh my god, he's actually like present in the brain.
Yes.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as unaliving. Ain't possible, huh?
Well, I mean, technically, it is possible, but it's just very unlikely.
It did happen.
Anything is possible at Flying Rhino Junior High. Like I
Oh
said,
god.
The fuck? Why?
What a left field reference. But I'm for it.
I make it all the time, and people are like, "What?"
You got to make the references to the right groups.
Right audience, yeah.
Exactly. Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
Oh yeah, he got cut off.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone.
Did anyone else read that backwards at first? That I murdered Hajime
was
while
gone.
Hiyoko was gone?
Yeah, when you said read it backwards, I'm like, gone was Hajime killed Hiyoko when?
So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes. There's no way that's possible.
Big agree. Big agree with Kazuichi.
Well, if you run really fast with the tape around the pillar.
That's why the killer stole for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try to keep us from entering it right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside!
They were?
Yep.
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
Mm-hmm. Anyone who participated in breaking down the door couldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Oh,
What the fuck were you doing together?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Me too?
Well, what the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
Wait, where was Gundham?
Being a little bitch in his motel room?
I was busy killing fuck.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
Ah.
Gundham met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you. There's another person who doesn't have an alibi, you know? Nekomaru.
Me too!
What?
I tried to do it as a question.
Oh, he was trying to do his Nekomaru impression.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt that people don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us up into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Kinda, yeah, actually.
Yeah. Called
It is.
racketeering.
I thought that's when you hold a tennis racket like next to your ear off a little hook.
What? Yeah, that's when you.
It's a racket earring.
No, boo.
I got it right away.
No. The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Literally, okay, listen. Something happened. Motel room key, scrap of paper, step ladder, glob. Okay. I don't know what to pick, so we're just gonna read.
This one.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By blocking the door from the inside. To try to keep us from getting in.
Oh, they glued it shut from the outside.
Seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? There isn't even a lock.
Oh, I was joking, but that's what she said.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
You talking about that broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
They looked like they had just rushed over. I've seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, so it's glob and locked from the inside?
Or drum.
The drumstick was blue. It's a
I
different
could
color.
steal it, yeah, but it wouldn't contradict anything.
Yeah.
There was, in
because
fact, a
that's-
broken drumstick on the floor, which I
Yeah.
think they placed there. I think it's a red herring, right? They put it there to make it look like, clearly you'll think I was
Yeah.
inside the whole time. But if they just walked out, closed it behind them, and took the glue and was like, they won't be able to open it right away. Do.
Yeah. Or like put the glue on the edges of the door and all that, so that when the door closed, the glue would stick together, but you wouldn't see the glue from the outside. You'd only see it on the inside.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So. No. Thank you. It's like right away. Let me do it. Stupid scroll wheel. Poor Kazuichi over in the corner is just so distressed right now.
Well, yeah. He's worried about being offed, and then his awesome voice actor wouldn't have a job.
I feel like also Koichi has been at one point accused of murder in like every trial.
By us.
Don't
Yeah.
be
One of these
suspicious.
times it
Don't
might
be
be right, and
suspicious.
that scares me.
Don't
Yeah.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
Maybe flubber.
I should ask the person who ate it. Is it glue? I think it's glue, right?
It tasted like glue, yeah.
Thanks, Chiaki.
Thank you, person who ate it.
It must have been
Chiaki's
glue.
used to eating glue. Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm gel-like chewiness, and I
Is
could
it still
smell
in
worse.
her mouth?
Yeah, I can't. Dude, this stuff fucking rocks.
The gum that never loses flavor.
Yeah, and I can smell a workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
That's a different stream.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible. It's not.
It's not.
Well, it depends.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
We're not at all addressing. Hajime's just like, okay. The glue was only applied to areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they could have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What did you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious, like almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think that the killer placed it as a diversion.
Oh.
You're calling me dumb now. Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Not calling you dumb, just implying it.
I'm not calling you dumb. I'm calling the killer smart. Does that make you feel better?
I will say, as the Yakuza lead, it is a little like, oh man, you fell for the trap. It's like, oh, that doesn't look good. Your street cred, bro.
My perception check.
Oh, no. But at a disadvantage.
Then I totally fell for the fucking trap.
Yeah.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your own stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame, and that's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What's with this holy light?
Are we a circle?
We are stick people.
So, during the 10 minutes Hazume left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
I'm pretty sure Hiyoko died like way earlier, and all they did was tape up her body in the 10 minutes and then leave. Which is still a feat, to be honest, but...
Did someone say feet?
No, feet of the day!
Get out of here, Fumi, you're in the wrong game. Go back to being dead.
Oh.
Shows up just like, but 2D is better than 3D.
Go back to Danganronpa as Summer Vacation. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
I love this fucking silhouette
Nagito's
of
hair.
Nagito's hair, yeah.
What unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Also, you were outside, Mikan. We already cleared you.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right? And when he went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
I know this is gonna be a stretch, but y'all already warned me that, like, that might happen in future trials. That it's just kind of funky hoo-ha nonsense sometimes. I'm realizing that scrap of paper we found, what are the odds that Hiyoko's body was actually up the entire time? And there was just wallpaper over her. And Hajime didn't notice that it was lumpy.
That's a good rhetorical question.
I don't know why, I'm just thinking of that right now. The way they said revealed, like, it would be so much easier if her body had been up the whole time. It's way easier in 10 minutes to just paper and then run than it is to tape up a whole person. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Remembery is happening. Okay.
You have a remembery too?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I do. I feel like I have the biggest brain I've ever had.
Here, I have
Yeah,
proof.
see, look, he's got paper. Why do you have it?
Ninja paper.
Paper. You're so excited.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lightning at the venue? That my 4 dark Bidus retrieves?
Yeah.
That's right. But just what is this scrap anyways? It's not a zigzag.
What?
Can you tell us what the scrap of paper is?
Oh no. A scrap was stuck to the baton lighting. I should be able to figure out what it is. Oh no. Oh lord. What?
Yay.
Am I spelling the word wallpaper? Ah, fuck.
Maybe.
It's the right letters, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember how this works. I never remember.
You select 2 letters the same, put them together, make a big one, and then put it onto the thing. You don't want opposite letters to touch.
Oh, I meant like I don't remember the controls.
Oh, well, you know.
The controls are yes.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to like that. There we go.
There you go.
Right clicking. Right clicking. War.
What is it?
Paper?
Wah.
Wah.
There's your.
I need an L.
There you go.
I need another L. I was wondering if they would merge on their own. I'm glad they did.
I'm surprised you don't keep the letters that.
It's because
are
there's
coming
never
up.
room for them. Ah.
That was a good save. What was that? This is crazy. This is the most exciting one we've ever seen.
God, all that
Wallpaper.
getting back into Apex Legend has done you wonders.
Here's your A.
Pep.
Wall paler.
Oh, phew.
There's your R.
Jesus.
Man.
See, like, it gives me so many letters, there's no way I'd be able to just hold on to some of them unless I put them in a corner and just prayed nothing came out of the sides. That scrap, isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper the same color as that scrap. There's also a tear along the edge. Nope, there was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly because we brought that whole roll
Apparently,
of wallpaper with us.
Thanks, Nagito. I guess.
Glad I lugged this here with me.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper. And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
I think that's the thing that makes him the most annoying, is that he's clearly figured out everything, but is waiting for us to find the answers. And that's like, could you be any more pretentious?
I'm a nobody with no brains, but I already know all the answers.
And it's like, if someone like me could figure it out, surely all of you could too, which makes everyone else kind of feel
Since you're the
stupid.
ultimate hoe.
Yeah.
I hate you.
He'd be so much more pretentious if he was a sir.
Ah.
Tiny from Kris. Scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Let's give this a try. What am I doing? Another... Really?
Snowboarding!
Oh no. I don't remember how to do this. Is it WASD?
Yay!
Is this...
I think so.
I don't remember how to do this. I'm supposed to pick the answers I think are right, right? Do I have to jump? Okay, God. Okay. Hajime! Hajime, you died!
I think you can speed up too.
I can, you're right. Hajime!
I played this with a controller, so I have no idea how you're.
It's pretty basic. It's WASD and spacebar. At least.
Yeah.
For now.
Look at him lean. Look at his weird body.
This reminds me of that
Hi-yo.
PS2 snowboarding game I'd play all the time.
Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear?
Or
It was
PS1.
hidden, right? It was hidden.
Bodily.
Yeah.
Did I say bodily?
Yeah. Hey, what if Hajime's the ultimate snowboarder and we just didn't know?
Right? We just haven't pieced it together yet.
Oh, a bugger, dude.
That's
It's
surfer.
a surfer.
I mean, what do snowboarders say? They can say cowabunga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if they're getting caught up in an avalanche, sure.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I guess that's the only time the wave would happen. What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper. I thought it was the curtain, but I guess the wallpaper. Now that we know. I was right! 5 minutes ago. I can't believe it was gonna get covered immediately after I said it.
What are you talking about?
Y'all who played the game were like, Misaki. Misaki. Oh god.
That's a great rhetorical question.
Quiet. Whee! This is actually very enjoyable. I like this part.
Wow.
They should just make...
You're the first one.
How did the killer hide her body? They covered the pillar.
Snowboarding game.
They formed a wall.
I think I would have, I hope Hajime would have noticed a whole fucking wall of wallpaper.
Or just a person being like a human wall.
Wow, where does wall come from?
It's gay, I did it. It's the best
gay do crimes.
It's
That's
the
how you know
best
you
indicator,
win.
yeah.
Sounds gay, I'm in.
I got it. Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up when the killer had hit it, along with the pillar, using the wallpaper!
What? They hid the pillar?
By wrapping...
Where did it go?
By wrapping the wallpaper around... Oh, they wrapped it around the lighting! Not her, that's why it wasn't lumpy. Oh, if I had... You're lucky none of us are the ultimate architect. Any one of us could have walked in and been like, that wasn't the size when I literally saw it yesterday. By wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. I didn't even think about that. Look at it. Yeah, it's fat compared to the other one.
And it's fully covered as opposed to like having
all
rips
patchy and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like
None of us
playing this
noticed
game the
that
first time
either.
you don't notice,
Yeah.
and then like going through it a second time, we're like, oh, yep, there it is.
It's also the art style in this game, right? You would just think that like, yeah, that's just how they drew it this time.
Yeah.
Man.
It's also not something you pay attention to.
Yeah, like look at the speakers. That one's bigger, but it's probably perspective. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, they're going off the perspective there, yeah.
Oh man.
And like, yeah, like even the pillar with the original stage is still fully covered. It's just thinner.
That's insane. That's big brain energy, Mr. Murderer Man, lady, whoever you are.
And that's how we do it at Titty Typhoon.
Yep.
That can explain why we seen blood on the side of the step stool after.
They used it after.
Yeah. So, the unaliving happened first, and then and then after that, in the time that it took us to get from there to here, that's when Hiyoko had been off.
You know, also I
revealed.
think part of the reason why the video footage had cut out was so we couldn't see how the stepladder fell. Because clearly, if Ibuki used it, like maybe it didn't even fall at all, and she just stepped off. They knocked it over after using it to put up the paper. You know, and it's like, oh, we would just assume it fell over normally, but
yeah, because Hiyoko came in here to go into the storage room to use the mirror to fix her kimono. Came out, seen whoever was here trying to like maybe move something or put away the step stool,
or even just smashing the camera.
Yeah, smashing the camera. Realize what happened. Killer then kills her. Oh crap! There. Now we have this here. It's going to tie me there, so let's hide this so that way I can create my own alibi.
Man.
Well, that's understandable.
Man.
I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper? Yep.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
And the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar. That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
This still clears everybody that was with me breaking down the door. Because this is someone who was in there. They were in there when I found Ibuki's body. So, unfortunately, this feels like it's still Sonia and Kazuichi. I found everyone else. Wait.
There was something like during this class trial here that came up that it's just I can't explain it, but it's just not sitting with me right with what Mikan said.
Oh, that she pointed out how slow she is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does that like all the time though.
Where she's self-depreciating, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I feel like maybe you just try really hard not to let.
Yeah.
Kazuichi.
No, that's totally fair. But like, oh, that's so. It's just it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work because not Kazuichi, the other one. Fuyuhiko can clear that Mikan was at the hospital when I would have run to the motel because they ran into each other. I found Gundham and Chiaki, and then the other two are just... I'm still waiting to somehow find out that it was one of the diseased, and they just don't know. But that doesn't make sense either, because they were all in the hospital. Mikan did a body check, and that's why we found out Ibuki was missing.
Mm-hmm.
This is so unfortunate. I think it might be Sonia.
Yeah.
So, it's okay, Karel. You don't have to convince us that it's not Kazuichi.
Yeah,
I think it might
I know.
be Sonia. I don't like this.
Like, I'm going to be grabbing at any straw I can. Like, even going as far as saying that, because, Mikan dealing with the despair disease people without the proper PPE, but I don't know if they're going to take that into consideration.
Oh, like maybe she was diseased?
Yeah, since this game came out post-COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible that it would come up that she was also diseased, and maybe she has, like, fucking amnesia disease or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Dark Descent.
You're going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
Niwo?
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since I don't have much to do while Hajime is gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal. Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed? Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once, but what is that? Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece, The Wizard of Monami 2.5D? Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission. You're pretty noisy for someone who eats moss balls. I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them.
You're not helping your case.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
The death by hanging, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm eating.
Death by spinal decompression.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
I bet Byakuya you would like what I'm having.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
You call me stupid again.
The reason the killer
Yes.
imitated 2 victims to let their... What? I don't understand any of these. To mix up the killing order?
Killing order. I think that would be the one.
Ah, okay. Now that we've gone through what we just went through, that makes a lot of sense. The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so we would mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning. Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well. What do you mean?
I was right.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
His composure for a moment is like, I mean... You nerd.
A girl agreed with me?
What's going on? This never happens. I'm not even crying. I'll let you sob as much as you
What is
want
happening,
later.
Gundham?
Just stand up and tell me more before I change my mind.
He's just
Sorry,
forcing emotions on people now.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of dozed off there for about 10 minutes. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I was feeding my bee-doofs and...
What a jerk.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right? An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Yes, we have to mansplain it to Gundham.
I like that he accepted he's a jerk.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? And that means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Yeah,
Huh?
sure.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Oh! Oh. I had been wondering this for a bit. What if they told Ibuki to kill Hiyoko?
And then unalive herself.
Because the blood on the bottom of her sandals, right, would be from that moment. Otherwise, it's weird. Be like, stand here while I kill her. Like, what? That's a
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki. How light. Your words are so light. Light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try and perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's beginning to annoy me again.
Shut up, murderer! First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that? Because she was doing something that only is possible if her feet were on the floor.
Standing.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
I love Kris just arguing with Kris. This is great.
I love how Gundham is like, you're suffering from pathetic delusions.
Yeah,
Even though
you
he's
want to
delusional.
talk?
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. The blood.
I don't recall you a murderer, Karel, but...
Yeah, that.
Yeah, blood on her souls.
yeah.
Come on, game. You can do it. There you go.
When the Hiyoko died,
Duh.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor. I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor... Was there any sign she'd stepped on something?
I think I'm supposed to steal that.
Were there any
Or-
footprints at the crime scene?
You can shoot that with blood on the soles.
Maybe her feet were on the floor, but she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
And I shoot him in the mouth.
Kazuichi.
Weak, I say. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
So wait, am I affirming then?
Yeah, I think you're affirming with Sonia.
Okay. I'm not sure. I can never tell if I'm affirming or if I'm contradicting.
That's the game.
He's so ingy. Yeah. Ah, look at us. Teamwork.
You gave her consent.
I don't understand why that is the word they used in English.
I don't know, consent to agree with you? I don't know.
Right? But it should just be like agree or confirm.
Yeah, you're consenting with the statement, though. It works.
Okay.
It's appropriate.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the sole of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
It's Kris's blood.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood. Why the fuck is Kris involved? Why is it his blood? Is he okay?
Way to spoil it, Gavin. Now they know I'm the killer.
I hope this isn't Kris's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed. Oh, I'm gonna fight you.
Not enough of you play Resident Evil.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Damn. Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Oh, does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
Put your hands up. This is a mockery. Don't you mean a robbery? You mean a robbery?
That was Gundam's rebuttal.
Yeah, that's
Does that mean
mockery.
you have a rebuttal?
I'm just gonna say everything you say in a condescending tone.
That's my rebuttal.
Then I'll stop talking to you. How about that?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Sorry. But, but, are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
I've also forgotten how this works. I'm pretty sure it's Wadsta.
Yes, I think it is too.
You've got to slice everything.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you realize our differences in status.
Rude.
Oh my god.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Rebuttal showdown.
This rebuttal just comes out of like
rope used for hanging, scrap of paper, step ladder, candle. I don't know which one I'm using.
He's just trying to be part of the trial.
Smudge
for
on
once,
the
okay?
floor. Probably.
Yeah, I know. He's just
give it to him.
That one sounds right.
Like he's so participating this time. Hello, game. Hello? I can't reach it anymore.
Oh.
Huh? I don't remember how this works. Okay, so I'm throwing it at the one yellow word that showed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate this part.
It's like the shortest one.
Mini clicky go. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward. Where is that cloth, though? Whatever they used to wipe is my question.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
I have
And
two
you make
working
yourself look
eyeballs.
sus.
I have two working eyeballs. Is what I got. Yeah, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Probably.
Even if they were able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Oh, it's neat. Hiyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
That feels an inaccurate statement. Like, technically, yeah, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, but...
I mean, she wasn't hung upside down, so
Yeah.
the rest
I think
of the
it's like,
blood would...
it's not gonna
I
gush.
guess you're
It's not
right,
gonna,
yeah.
it's not gonna gush out.
Yeah.
Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Yeah.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue, so it would screw up Mikan's autopsy.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater! In the time of death,
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who'd want to object, right?
Glares at the boys.
There's that one boy.
Fuck you.
Then, no, I was talking about Gundham. Because he's been the one making a huge stink out of this for like no reason almost.
Fair.
Then it's decided Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki. It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Yeah, see?
Lady, I thought the world was gonna get destroyed.
You're lucky this time. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
now then, let us resume our debate. Why is there an empty spot next to me? Oh, that's Nekomaru. Never mind. It's like there's no portrait. There's just nothing there.
Sorry.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Again. Didn't something like this happen last time, too? In all fairness...
Yes, now shut up.
It's good that he's the one person, or at least somebody wants to clarify with Monokuma, because if we didn't...
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide...
Ah, you
what are
said
we
the
supposed
thing!
to do? Oh, whoops.
Bleep.
Hey,
Go back. Say it again.
hey, if the victim actually did the room temperature challenge, what are we supposed to do?
Room temperature challenge.
That actually works.
Okay. Listen.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
Yeah, because we did condemn Sakura in the first one, right?
Yeah.
That's what ended up being the result.
Think about it. An unaliving means you've killed the most important existence of all. Yourself.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that means there's no blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch I can always punish more.
Oh, why?
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean if the victim actually attempted the room temperature challenge? I also don't understand.
Is this a Japanese custom?
Oh no! It's Sonia now!
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then did the room temperature challenge due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Got a point. Like no one else has really been remorseful.
Disease. She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki is the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't want to be mean, but do we really think Ibuki's that smart?
Ibuki from the grave. I am not.
I'm not. I'm not smart. Good, you go, girl. I turned into Polly.
Yeah, she always has been.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was saying that Polly in Monster Prom is Ibuki.
Yeah, Ibuki is just rocker Polly.
Yeah.
It's where she went after this game.
Yeah.
Then she was alive.
Why?
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and messed with the crime scene. But then that takes remorse out of the...
Yeah, why did you bring this up, man?
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen, you know, the room temperature challenge.
Yeah, like, how do you get yourself down and then get yourself back up in the 10 minutes I was gone? Like, holy shit.
Actually, guys, Ibuki isn't really that smart, so... Maybe. No.
Yeah, and like, if she were to, you know, quote-unquote, get herself down, the only way I think she would be able to do was with the controls for the thing, but I don't think there's a remote control for that. And that probably takes a few minutes to go up and down, too, so...
Yeah, there's a remote control for the thing that she was hanging from, and I guess in theory the... what they call it, the baton lighting, that whole thing is one piece.
Yeah.
So she could have, but it's still like, there's no... You're right, like there's no remote control. She'd have to be at the... I don't know, panel? Panel. Words.
The panel.
The control panel.
What the fuck is the panel? So
you know where the controls are.
Oh, I hate this.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means... There's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
You were always free to.
We've been doing that this whole time.
There's still one more issue in my mind. If Ibuki didn't do the room temperature challenge, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
I'm waiting for someone to bring up the fact that she could be influenced, but... Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
People.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud. Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was? So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know. There's no way it has some kind of sweet recording feature.
You know why he's calling it sweet.
Yeah, I know. I had the same thought. Oh no.
Oh, come on. We're all just normal humans.
You right. But time and place. Then... no, wrong voice.
Then... the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki did the hang right, right before Monokuma's announcement.
Hang
Sorry, it's a
10.
stretch.
No, I just love that. Just like,
I mean, it was a stretch.
What you doing?
Did spinal decompression right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time before the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time? Now then, I shall issue my decree. Why? Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Why?
Let's do it with extreme prejudice.
Pushing it pretty hard, Sonia.
I still feel like Sonia is one such person.
Pushing this alibi thing pretty hard.
Right? This will depend on... whatever I pick will depend on what the fuck they talk about.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
What about the others? Akane.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, nobody has an alibi, then... Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed! Yes, it has. Hang on. Okay. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time. So the only two things I could shoot were Kazuichi being in his cottage, sleeping in the room, and Fuyuhiko being in his cottage.
Or nobody has an alibi. Which is what Sonia said at the end.
So am I just... What? I don't remember what these are. Hang on. How do I...
Should be able to check them.
Sonia's is about the mirror, which is not... This is not it, because it's not an alibi for herself, it's just more information. After Fuyuhiko and Ibuki.
Okay, so that's after the murders.
Yeah. Yeah. Right up until Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. So, am I shooting the no one having an alibi with Mikan? Because she does have an alibi, it's me. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a contradiction.
I think that's the only one that works. The rest of them don't really do anything.
Better.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, worst case, if it doesn't work, you lose like a little bit of health.
Yeah. Everyone was sleeping, blah dee doo dee da,
It's not an alibi.
Yeah. Akane in the front with her hand up. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis. You two have alibis? Sorry, just because we know what's coming up. I'm sure Kazuichi's going to say something.
They were sleeping together.
Up until I saw the hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while. I did not say this at all in a non-incriminating way.
Okay.
Yeah, she incriminates.
So smooth and subtle.
There it is.
Hey! What situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
I'm gonna fucking kill her.
The jealous Chiaki.
Well, I know who's dying next. Too much info.
I love that the music cut out. It's not like that. She came to tell me Nagito's condition had improved.
And then we went to the hospital together afterwards, so we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway. So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcements would be very important.
That's like what, 9:30 to 10 a.m.-ish?
Yeah, something like that.
Are we already at the halfway point? It
No.
feels like
No.
they're setting up for a halfway point.
I think we are.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing imitation murder? Is that really all it was?
Monome in the back with the action lines. Huh?
Faking the time of the crime occurred by... sorry, let me try this again. Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
They started summarizing, so I'm like, something's up.
You saying there was another reason? It also confirms that the killer must have seen the movie, but that incriminates them more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
Uh-huh.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Probably. Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then this is definitely the halfway point. Crap. Alrighting, dang doodly doo.
We're an hour and 30 in.
We are. We're literally at the halfway point of stream even, and there's no Didinda after this.
Why, hello there, Monami! The moss ball sure look tasty. Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time.
Is anyone able to send Aki a quick message to be like, are you chill if we finish the trial?
Yeah,
Kris,
can...
go.
While this is going on.
Wow, what's that?
I like that she has ha wah 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 and he has poo poo poo. Siblings.
Why are there hearts between them?
I think
Now
they're
then,
around
it's
her
appeal
specifically.
Yeah. Monami's appeal time starts now! Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to claim your honor!
Honor! Sorry.
For honor.
Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss!
Wow.
I apologize to all red-headed stepchilds on behalf of this game.
That's 99% your fault! While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please...
Oh. Gav?
Yeah?
Cut out after, please.
Yeah, so please.
Uh-oh. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. I'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Actually, fun fact, the Sakura Media store at Metrotown Mall here actually does have a Monami figure for sale right now. I keep seeing it every time I go in and I'm like,
I guess the appeal was successful.
but I want a plushie of her to go with the Monokuma.
Appropriate that it's Sakura.
Oh, Sakura
Sakura
Media.
Media.
Ha 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 ha.
Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
You forgot to pronounce a star.
Star.
You just throw it in at the end.
You can't forget the star.
Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment. Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.